Representative McDowell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Secretary, I only have 3 minutes, which is not nearly enough to highlight the historic progress that this administration has made since President Trump took office, so I'll keep it brief. But since January, this administration has tackled challenges and inefficiencies in our nation's transportation system head on. And that's from improving safety in our national airspace system to course correcting President Biden's, his administration's wasteful green energy spending initiatives. And you have shown time and time again, this administration has shown time and time again that it's focused on American safety and security above all else. And that's why it's so disappointing to hear my Democrat colleagues in this hearing today have been focused on paintings hung in your building and racist roads. Mr. Secretary, you commented earlier on this during Mr. Garamendi's time, and I'd like to give you the chance to expand on your thoughts, but do you think that spending money to extend the previous administration's racial equity pet programs is a distraction from the department's core mission?
I think the core mission is safety, and kind of as a history lesson, in 2009 or 10, the Congress, under Barack Obama's leadership, spent $800 billion in infrastructure, a stimulus bill, and then we spent another, what, $1.3 billion or $1.3 trillion in the last Congress. That's over $2 trillion, and I think we look around our communities and say, where's all the infrastructure? Where's the build? And I think it's because money hasn't been used wisely, to your point.
I would agree.
And I'm committed to making sure we spend money well so taxpayers can see the benefit of the money that's going into their infrastructure.
Yes, sir. I agree, and I appreciate your commitment to that. But I think the reason to me that it's so disappointing to hear my colleagues kind of drift away from transportation and infrastructure is because, and you know this well, you went to North Carolina, to Western North Carolina in early February, and you saw the destruction there. And there are real issues that are facing people in our communities, and on this committee, I'm the furthest west. So I want to speak to those people because President Biden and our former governor, Roy Cooper, absolutely abandoned Western North Carolina. And I'm so grateful for this administration for what they've done on day one. They were in Western North Carolina. As soon as you were confirmed in the Senate, you were in Western North Carolina. And there are roads and there are bridges that need to be rebuilt. And I just want to know what the department's, how committed are you all to making sure that Western North Carolina and places like Texas that have just experienced flooding are rebuilt in a smart way?
So North Carolina, I think I-40, critical artery. We worked throughout government to make sure we can get rock that was closer to the roadway, cutting off months of the rebuild, bringing down the cost. But again, I think sometimes when we come from rural communities, people are forgotten. And I think to that point, Western North Carolina was, I think, arguably forgotten. President Trump, I'm not going to forget Western North Carolina. We are not going to forget Texas. We are already providing technical assistance to Texas, and with all of your help, we're going to provide resources to Texas in regard to their infrastructure that was destroyed by the flooding.
Well, thank you, Mr. Secretary. I yield back.
Thank you.
I now recognize Representative Fushi.
Thank you.